made me cry, it made me laugh, it made me get so tense, it made me nervous, it made me angry, it made me happy, it made me sad. It evoked all the emotions on the spectrum that you can think of. And I think I read this book, about it. Babantle, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to take my glasses off for this. For those of you who don't know me, Libitsoki Hope Magodiwa Makola, and I'm super stoked that you're here on my channel to join me this morning on Christmas Eve, year 2024. Literally the countdown is like now on for 2025, and this morning I just came from my morning jog. Not morning jog. I came from my morning walk, and I made myself some green tea. Just thought I should hop on here. For starters, I want to thank those subscribers of mine, bathu babantle, that have decided to subscribe to my channel, that have decided to show me some love in 2024. And for those of you who are still unsure about subscribing, please do the right thing and support a very new content creator who is by no means at all perfect, just trying to figure it out, just doing this thing called life and loving what I do. So I just want to do a sound check and see if this mic is on. So now that we've gotten all of that positioned, so I thought just to do the last 10 things that I learned in my life lessons of things I learned in 40 years, and I just thought to do it here on Vlogmas next to my Christmas tree. It would just make sense because today I'm not most probably going to vlog much, and I thought, let me just do this. So I've written everything down here. I'm journaling my thoughts in and around what I'm going to say. I've already journaled or noted down what these last 10 of the 40 life lessons that I've learned. I'm sure you've seen on all my Bali vlogs that I posted up how I have sorry, I need to gather my thoughts. The last Bali vlog, I think it was the one with my unboxing, the one I spoke about just before we came back from Bali, or we're leaving from Bali to come back home, and I had done 30 in total, so now I've got 10 more left. And let's get right into it. Let me not waste any more time. And then after this, I thought I would do also books that have impacted my life over 40 years. I'm gonna first go through the life lessons I've learned, and then we'll also do the books that have really inspired me, that have made me look at life differently, and just really informed my it just informed the way I think and open up my spectrum of thought. So life lesson 31, slow down in the midst of chaos. Oh my gosh, this one just resonates. I'm there, I think that's better. Let's get close and personal. Guys, it was just over the walk that I actually decided, hey, hang on, I haven't done the other 10 of my life lessons at 40. So number 31 is slow down in the midst of chaos. Like, this one has been, I think this past year or 2024, I've literally lived this fully, or maybe the past 2 years. And aside from COVID, I think COVID just forced us to all slow down. But I've been very intentional to realize that life can be chaotic, and if I don't center myself, if I don't set aside time to just be still, know that God is God even in the midst of my chaos, so just slow down in the midst of chaos. Number 32, to experience fear of the unknown. I think when you are in your 40s, or you've entered your 40s, you just realize that it's okay. You know, your fears don't have to govern you. It's okay to have fears, but don't let the fears ungovern you. And also, be okay to fear the unknown. For me, when you fear the unknown, it means that you are chartering into you are entering into uncharted terrain or waters. You are expanding your view, you are expanding your growth. So fear does come with growing. So don't be afraid of fear, but don't let fear govern you. Okay, number 33, to still not know your life purpose. It's okay to still not know your life's purpose at 40. It's really okay, because I was just pondering on something just a couple of months ago, that the reality is I'm ever changing, I'm ever growing. I am not the same Hope Ritumezi Magola that I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So it's okay for me at 40 to still not really know what my life's purpose is. It really is okay. I find myself going back and forth in terms of knowing what your life's purpose is, and also just having goals and visions and a vision for your life that always pivots depending on the type of person you're also growing into. So yeah. 34, to feel sadness even though everything is fine. Oh my gosh, guys, this one is quite a big one for me, because I'm very intentional about capturing my thoughts and having control over my thoughts, and not wanting to feel sad, and just to be grateful and have a lot of gratitude. But sometimes it is okay. I have a good cry, hey? Sometimes I just have a good cry, and sometimes, you wake up, you're like, yo, go ladies, don't talk to me. I don't believe in the whole you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, because that can also mess up your whole day. But you're okay to feel a bit sad. It's seasons in life. You're okay to feel sad. You can't always be energy bunny, whether you've got energy for days and happiness for days. But for me, I feel like your name precedes you. So my name is Ritumezi, and Ritumezi means we are happy. So I find that my name also, like, I am what my name is. So it takes a lot to get me down. It takes a lot to make me sad. But when I do have sad moments, even when things are good, I allow them to permeate through me. I allow the sadness to come, girl. I allow myself to cry. It's okay. Number 35, to examine your principles and views. This one, I need to sip my green tea for this one. Because child, examining your principles and views is a very huge one. Guys, I don't know, I think I need my glasses. I can see, I can only simple. Yeah, let me just have my glasses on. Examining your principles and your views is really, really it has been quite a pivotal exercise for me to do in my life, because of having been born and raised in a cult. You guys, for those of you who have seen my previous back in the way days videos, that's what I founded this channel on, actually. And I do believe that the bulk of my subscribers currently are from a lot of the stuff that I did about leaving the cult of William Branham. And it's 6 years now, almost. It's 6 years next year since I've left the cult. And leaving the cult came with me having to examine my principles, examine my viewpoints of life in general, because the cult had instilled in me principles of hypocrisy, principles of judging, principles of I'm a big disappointment if I don't do this and this and this to God, and principles of just myself, how education was mainly pushed for the boy child and how women must be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, my principles on politics. So yeah, my views, even my views on marriage, my views on relationships, my views on being a mother, my views on being a woman have so much changed and pivoted since I've left the cult, and also just being 40 and learning so much about myself and the principles that I want to govern my life. Number 37, to ask for help or advice when you need it. Guys, this one is very, very it's so important and it's self-explanatory. If you need help, ask for help. The Bible teaches us to continuously knock and seek Christ and ask for him. Continuously ask, and we will be given what we ask for, you know? And yeah, it's like, find somebody you trust, find people that you really, really value their advice. Don't just ask for advice from people that don't even live in a way worthy of you even asking for advice from. And also ask for help. Like, if you need help in anything, like, I've realized that there's so many people that are willing to offer help if you just ask. But there's also a lot of people that are not willing to offer help because of themselves never been helped before. I also feel like if you can help somebody or somebody helps you, we are the sum total of like just our experiences, what we've done in life, who has helped us. So if you have received help from somebody and it made you feel good, it made you feel happy, it helped you grow, why not help somebody else? If each and every one of us gave advice and help to somebody in time of need, wouldn't the world be such a better place? Okay, number 38, to deviate from your own plans. Yes, life changes, life has its other plans for you. It's okay to say, my original plan was this, but now the plan has changed because life circumstances have changed, you know? Number 39, self-care should be your number one priority. I believe in self-care. I don't believe in self-love. Self-love is a bit borderline me manufacturing everything that I like, manifesting kind of vibes. I believe that we can love ourselves through Christ more than anything. So I believe in godly love, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, we are on self-care. So self-care is very important. Prioritize at least one day of the week. My favorite is either a Sunday or a Tuesday evening when I come back from netball. I like to just run myself a bath, a hot bath with Epsom salts, and just sit and soak in, have a good glass of wine or gin and tonic, catch up on some YouTube, put on a face mask. The house is all quiet and silent, people are sleeping, people have been fed. It's just your time. It's your time to reflect, it's your time to meditate, it's your time to do some self-care, a body scrub, you know, layer on beautiful scented night creams, you know, just have that one night or one day in the week that you prioritize self-care. It really, really does a huge world of good. And then the 40th life lesson, we are at the end. The 40th life lesson that I've learned is to practice gratitude daily. Please, please practice gratitude daily. I can literally have another sit down on just gratitude on its own, but all I want to say is keeping a gratitude journal as well is really, really such a nice thing to do. If you find it hard to journal, if you find it hard to sit and write out your thoughts, I would say keeping a gratitude journal would be the best way to start. Just keep a gratitude journal, write down yesterday let me just maybe go through, let me just give you an idea what I keep in my gratitude journal, what I write about. Obviously, I ain't gonna share. I might share some of the things, but not all of them. So last night, I wrote about if you guys can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 pages that I journaled on just gratitude. So for instance, I just went on Pinterest. I've ordered my gratitude journal from Shein. After seeing on Auntie T, I think on one of Auntie T's vlogs, she said that she bought this gratitude journal from Shein, but I've always just gotten a template that I just write out from Pinterest. And yesterday, the 23rd of December, this is what I journaled. You just basically get headings, sort of like a layout of what topics to answer. So the first one is 3 things I'm grateful for today, and I said God's favor, the gift of life, the life God has blessed us with. Grateful, man, my cup runneth over, like literally my cup runneth over. So now I'm gonna go into, let me just grab my stash, my books that have really changed my life, that I've read, that have inspired my life. Guys, if you can see, my study or my library is something else. And really, in no particular order, I think how many books do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, I'm gonna start with the devotional that I'm reading right now. Is this devotional, Love Out Loud by Joyce Meyer, and it's a 365-day devotional. Guys, this has gotten me through. This devotional is amazing. The second book, guys, is The Kite Runner. Oh my goodness, The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. And this book made me cry, it made me laugh, it made me get so tense, it made me nervous, it made me angry, it made me happy, it made me sad. It evoked all the emotions on the spectrum that you can think of. And I think I read this book about a decade ago. Hey guys, how's it 40? You can now speak in decades, hey? Ooh, you can now speak in decades. So this book, just unforgettable, extraordinary. It is so powerful that for a long time, after everything I read seemed bland. This was one of a description from Isabel Allende. Shattering, devastating, and inspiring. If I had to describe it in one sentence, I would say shattering, devastating, and inspiring in one go. Well done. Khalid Hosseini is one of my favorite authors because he also wrote, this one is A Kite Runner. What's the other one? Something Splendid Suns. That was also one of my favorite books. Sorry, I'll remember it when it comes back to mind. Then, all of you have known and heard about this book. Paulo Coelho is one of my favorite authors. This is The Alchemist. And what I love about the book, The Alchemist, it is a beautiful book about magic, dreams, and treasures, and how we seek things elsewhere, how we seek to find experiences outside when everything is within. That's all I can say about this book. Like, everything is within, everything you need, and it's not a big you have to have this revelation and whatever. No, everything that we seek in life, everything is right here. So basically in this book, a shepherd literally goes throughout all these different experiences in this book only to come back to where he started. Guys, everything starts right here. Everything starts where you're at. Paulo Coelho, 10 out of 10, you outdid yourself with The Alchemist. It has always been a favorite with a lot of readers. Even if you're not an avid reader, it's an easy read. It will yeah, it will just make you also love Paulo Coelho's style of writing. I just feel that anybody and everybody can read The Alchemist. I know that people like the late HP, Black Coffee, have referenced this book, and I think Black Coffee at some point, I don't know if he's written his biography yet, but I think Paulo Coelho was going to be the dude who's going to write Black Coffee's biography. That's what I heard. I stand to be corrected. Don't come for me. That's what I heard. Okay, and then one of my faves, guys, is I Ran for My Life by Kabelo Mabalane. Oh my goodness. Kabelo. Can we just have a moment? This book made me realize how everything we also physically do can have a huge impact on our spiritual, our relationships, our view on ourselves. Like Kabelo in this book speaks about everything, when he went to rehab, when he was with TKZ, when he was at TKZ, the band TKZ, the drug addictions, he's growing up with his like the issues he also faced with like his father as well, who was also an alcoholic, just growing up in Soweto, I believe. Guys, I read this also about a decade ago. I love how he also speaks about his certain things about his marriage with Gail, in terms of how there's one thing that still stuck out with me, guys, that I've read like already when I read this book like 10 years ago, that really stuck out, is how he says your wife is a mirror of you. And your wife, when you walk into the house and your wife is happy or your wife is sad, as a man, that is a reflection of you. Can that sink in? So yeah, Aishem, Kabelo Mabalane, again, 10 out of 10. I love it. I also love how he said training for the comrades, like really inspired so many facets in his life. And yeah, no, kudos, I loved this book. The next book is In the Dungeon. Hey guys, so I literally read all different genres, but before, in my past decade, I used to love non-fiction, so your self-help books, your authors that are very profound. It's all about, you know, after you read the book, you're like, yes, I'm gonna conquer. But in this decade, or like the leading towards my 40s, I am loving non-fiction. I am getting into my romance novels. I'm loving non-fiction African writers especially. So this was one of my faves. It's called The Dungeon, and it was written by Muchedzi Ashley. Muchedzi Ashley, you did the things. I think Muchedzi is Tsonga. Muchedzi is a Tsonga or Changani name, and it is in Kingi. Is it Tanin? Yeah, guys, it is very much South African. It will make you laugh, cry, get mad, be like, what is going on? Be like, I was not ready for that. She outdid herself. Really loved this book. It's basically about this, I don't want to give too much away, but this law student, they're both law students, they meet in varsity, they get married, only to find out after she marries him, this dude is a prince in somewhere in Venda, and yeah, things go very pear-shaped after that, like hoya down, hoya up, hoya down, hoya down. Yo guys, buningi. Okay, then the other wait, we are on book number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the 6th book. No, I've already done 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, this is the 6th one. This is the famous The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma, one of my favorite authors. This book at the time, and when did I buy this? I normally write, guys. I normally write on my books the year I bought it. Did I write here? Okay. I didn't happen to write. Oh, okay, yeah. I bought this in 2013. Guys, in 2013. at the Clearwater exclusive books. I bought this book. And it was only 170. Wow, books were so cheap then. I'm sure this book right now at exclusive books would be like double this amount. Wow, 170, you could get a nice book like this. So in The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, it's basically exactly that. It depicts a life of a very, very rich guy who sold his Ferrari, became a monk, and the rest is history. Not wanting to give too much away. Just to give you a bit of a prelude of what it says here at the back. Nothing less than sensational. This book will bless your life. Like Robin Sharma has always... Paulo Coelho, Robin Sharma are one of my top 5 favorite authors. Alongside James Clear and Shonda Rhimes. And we come to Shonda Rhimes actually. This is book number 7. This is The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. And this book I bought in 2017 for 200 Rand at the exclusive books Bedford View. This book is amazing. I just love how Shonda in here depicts how she'd always be that girl that says no, no, no to everything, no to speaking engagements, no to coming to events, no to this, no to that, no, no, no. And she gave herself a year where she just said yes and opened up herself to everything, and it was the best year of her life. That is Miguel Shonda. Again, I give this one a 10 out of 10. Then book number 8 is Bamboozle by Jesus. Ooh, one of my favorites. Guys, you can see how I even look at all the sticky notes I have in this book. Bamboozle by Jesus, y'all, by Yvonne Orche is an amazing book. Like, she speaks of how she went through med school only to end up to become an actor, and her you know how Nigerian people are, who must either be a doctor or a lawyer. Yeah, it's between those two, but mainly doctor. And she did it. She did the degree for her parents, but her life was not in it. But one thing I took from this book is she literally says, if you allow yourself to be bamboozled by Jesus, you will always be okay. It's when we want to bamboozle ourselves, it's when we bamboozle ourselves that we're not okay. But basically, basically God's plans for your life are perfect. If you stay in His will and in His way for your life, that is what you need to do. Because just allow yourself to be bamboozled by Jesus. Let me see if I can get a good, let me see if I can get something to share with you guys here. There is a win with your name on it. And when it finally shows up, God will sweeten the deal. Guys, and then she has all these things in the book, like my L's are not defeats, they're just possibilities in waiting. I also love the satire. I love the style of the writing. It is so hilarious. I love the play on just how she'll write a scripture and make a very theatrical example of it, of how it played out in her life. I just love Yvonne Orche. I just love her body of work. I really love this book. Kudos to you, Yvonne. Okay, book number 9. This book, guys, I bought also in 2013 at the exclusive book Clearwater. That's when I used to live in is it the north or the west? I promise you, Losing Like a Virgin by Richard Branson. A really good book. It's a good book to read in your 20s. It's a very good book to read in your 20s or late 20s. It's an easy read. I loved the life lessons that it had in here. He broke the business mold, so can you. Very much about if you want to get into business, starting young, not knowing anything. One thing I learned from this book is hire people in your company or in your in your business that will actually complement and elevate your skills. People that know more than you, actually. That's what I learned from this book. Because when he even started all of his business, literally at a young age, he hired people that knew better than him. He would get CEOs in there and CFOs that knew more about numbers than he did, that knew more about running businesses than he did. And that's why he became such a success. And he was never he would never say he knows it all. He would literally walk into a room, even if he did know it all later on in life, but he would just sit there and sit there, listen, and act like he didn't know nothing, so that he could come in with an open mind and learn from other people that knew better than him. So yeah, Richard Branson, this was a good read. I'd also give it a 10 out of 10. Righto, we are now on book 10. Yes, you know it. It's going to be Robert Shermer again, guys. And how can it not be the 5 a.m. club? Like, how can it not be the 5 a.m. club? Like, you tell me, how is the 5 a.m. club not a book that you haven't read now? Like, you know, guys, this book broke the internet. And the 5 a.m. club, I bought it in 2020. Over COVID. And it was 292. They're getting up at the exclusive books at Bedford Center. And this book, guys, changed my life. I remember at the time we lived in Vosloorus, right? We lived in Vosloorus, and the kids were going to school in Bedfordview, and I would have to traveled for 3 years from Vosloorus to Bedfordview to drop off the kids until we moved here. And guess what? I'd wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and jog on the streets of Voslo. I had my taser and I had my pepper spray, but you know what I learned on those 5 a.m. jogs? I learned that the greatest and most motivated athletes are on the streets already before 5. You know, I would meet guys that are dressed in their Comrade Marathons regalia. Zero fat, guys. Fit people. Like, maybe 1 or 2, maybe every 10 minutes, sort of. And I felt so grateful. Oh, man, I am jogging with the greats. Look at me. Guys, I did it for a year, hey? And did it not pivot and change my whole life and my whole perspective of even the pandemic that we're going through? Robert Shermer, 5 a.m. club, literally saved my mental space, my mental mind, saved me over COVID. And it says a legendary leadership and elite performance expert, Robert Shermer, introduced the 5 a.m. club concept over 20 years ago. It is based on a revolutionary morning routine that has helped his clients maximize their productivity, activate their best health, and bulletproof their serenity in this age of overwhelming complexity. So, and basically what I learned from the 5 a.m. club, again, is to have a healthy and consistent morning routine. So the one thing that it bases itself on is waking up at 5, and from 5 until 6, you do the following. You do at least 30 minutes of exercise. You do 30 minutes of exercise. You do 10 minutes of meditation. You do 10 minutes of journaling. You do 10 minutes of just learning something new. Like there's ways that it breaks it down, guys. But basically, it's about maximizing that first hour of your day from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. for your self-growth, so that it can set the foundation and the tone for your day. Like, come on. How great is this book? Okay, the 11th book, guys. The 11th book, off of the back of that, is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Like, what do you even mean? Like, look, can you see? Can you see how, like, this book has, I bought this book in 2022 for 378 at the Exclusive Books Bedfordview. At this point, Exclusive Books Bedfordview, do something. Sponsor a girl on her channel for the book. You see, like, literally all my books are from Exclusive Books Bedfordview. Literally all. There was just like 2 from like Exclusive Books Clearwater. But anyway, nonetheless, I digress. Atomic Habits this will change your life. If you are into bad habits and you don't know what to do with your bad habits, read this book. Read this book. Balangi. Balang, Black Nation, Balang, Black Child, read. Like, this book will change your life. And I wish I could have read this book like back in my early 20s or early 30s even. I wish. But like, nonetheless, I have read it, and I've read it twice, guys. This book, basically one thing that I took from this that was major is building small habits, one step at a time, small habits, one step at a time, to create a big atomic result of habits in your life. And the way it's written, guys, beautiful. The way that James Clear like just captures his words, his style of writing, how he tells the story. It's so beautiful. He starts doing exercise type of way. He gives exercises and things to do. Like here, one-time actions that lock in good habits. So you see there'll be like a chart here that speaks about good habits, nutrition, happiness, sleep, general health, productivity, finance. And there's one example that he'd always make about how you can actually trick, if I can use that word, how you can trick your mind into doing good habits that you would normally find hard to do. I.e., this example was made, going to the gym. Trick your mind in rather thinking of the end result, how you feel after gym. Let the end result of how you feel after gym motivate you to going to gym. Like, guys, when I started thinking and applying that in so many things in my life, do you know that I came out winning? Do you know that I was more consistent in my habits because of simply psyching my brain up to thinking of the end result? Typical example, this morning today when I went for my morning walk, I didn't even think about the walk. What motivated me was the scenic view along the route, just being out in nature. Do you see how it's things along the habit tracking journey that can actually trick your mind at the initial stage to actually implementing that habit and making it a lifelong lifestyle change? Yo, guys, Atomic Habits. Guys, I can actually now go back and read it again. Because every time I felt like when I read it, even the first time when I read it, it was like, wow. And then the second time when I read it, I was now like reading it to literally start learning to apply. I was highlighting, a lot of these self-help books, for me, I find that they really work and I am able to implement them if I read them twice. So the first time I just read them for reading them, I guess, and just oh wow, that's insightful. And then the second time I read them from I want to learn perspective. I get my highlighter out, I get my journal out, and I take down notes, I do sticky notes and what have you. So yeah, I don't know, that's how I do these self-help books. Maybe that might help you. Finally, last but not least, we have come to almost the end. Thank goodness I have some power or battery life still left. Guys, how I love this woman. It is this South African author. She wrote a book called You're Not Broke, You're Pre-Rich, and her name is Mapalo Maku. Mapalo Maku. I know that she's also on, I think she has a YouTube channel. I think she also is on social media. This book, guys, literally, I love that it's written in an easy way, in a South African understandable way. She broke down finance and wealth and investments and like anything that's got to do about finance. She broke it down so beautifully, so easily, so like she didn't even write it in a deep philosophical, no, she made it so plain and simple. And I just love this book. I bought it in 2020. That's when I even read it. It was 246 from this one I bought in Greenstone, guys. Wow, from the exclusive books in Greenstone. But nonetheless, I'm a fan of the exclusive books brand. Mabalo, amazing body of work. I literally have no words. Let me maybe read a prelude. I love how the depiction here says, ditch debt, stop living from payday to payday, and manage black tax to hashtag live your best life. School kid can read this and implement and understand. All right, guys. That is it for today. That is it for Vlogmas 20 on the 24th, Christmas Eve. I wish you all a blessed and Merry Christmas tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to my mother-in-law for Christmas. The year before last, they were by me, and last year we did a whole family outing thing that we did, and we're going to be there with my bestie's family as well, coming together at my mother-in-law's family home. And yeah, I was probably vlog a bit on Christmas Day. First we wake up and we go to church, so that's what's going to happen tomorrow. But today I'm gonna love and leave you here from my Christmas tree. I actually moved my Christmas tree, guys, from where I had it yesterday, and I moved it here, and I really love this space more. But yeah, from my Christmas tree to you guys, mwah, mwah, mwah. God bless you, God keep you, may his face shine upon you this festive season. May you have a happy Christmas, a merry Christmas, and a happy new year. Be safe. Let us arrive alive. Let us arrange Christmas and let us get into the new year with nothing but God preceding our plans. And I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, child. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.